EA Sports, where we'll see which
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. And if there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, the formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 29 yards.
And the Tigers are on the board here first in the season opener.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Falcons grab it.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this. But you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Leo Chanel.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pen. A big loss here as he's taken down.
Deron Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Chris Jones on the stop. 6-0 our score after 1.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action.
Now Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a good call there. That brings up 4th.
Here's Tommy Townsend now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A game there of 30 big ones.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It fights him off. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A run by Pacheco on second down. 51 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On third down, it's Pacheco. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown. Noah Gray. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Tigers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Atlanta.
Throwing, Cousins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he's across midfield to the 48. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll run here with Pacheco at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down.
And the Tigers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
There he goes left side. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here's Pacheco once again. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Mahomes firing complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st down, Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Tigers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They begin the drive with Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Cousins.
This pass is caught by London.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Falcons.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Throws right back to London, complete again.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Robinson. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy? No, it's pretty light. It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
124 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
Touchdown!
Isaiah Pacheco.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Tigers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
That play was unsuccessful, and we saw something you don't see very often. The give to the lead back on an option play. Usually that's a fake, and then the quarterback comes down the line, decides whether to pitch it or keep it.
Regardless, looking at where the defense was, I don't know that either case would have worked.
Yeah, it almost felt like they were trying to fool them totally, and they weren't fooled at all.
A 1st down throw for Cousins.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
No gain on the screen there at second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
Desmond King making the tackle. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That is caught. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Play fake. Cousins.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
George Karlaftis
in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, 27 yards.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Once more, it's Pacheco.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here's Pacheco.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Tigers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Fielded at the 43. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Canton offense takes over once again. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation, the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.